Now try to develop the animation for the simulation model, especially model 4-2. In other words, so if you don't have model 4-2, yes, please develop the model 4-1 and 4-2, okay, based on the previous tutorial. So I assume that you already have a model 4-2 in this for this video, and then so you are ready to enhance the animation. Okay. Okay, in general, default animation in Arena is very sufficient, okay, to understand the process of the system. However, simulation nowadays, actually graphic and animation of simulation tool is also so important, right, to attract other people. So in this problem, although it's not very really nice graphic, but anyway, still you can actually develop the animation for the Arena model. So in this example, let me just briefly mention about the several like components to develop the animation for the arena. Okay, so for the queue, so still you just look at still we just use just one bar to illustrate for the illustration purpose of the queue, right? And however, if you go to if you click the queue and actually look at the property of the queue, and you can actually change each shape. Okay, you can increase the length. Also, you can create a multiple point. Okay, in the queue so that you can change the shape like this. Okay. So in order to add a point, yes, you can click point and then add a point in this menu. And next one, changing the entity pictures. So if you go to edit and entity pictures, and you can change actually the entity pictures. And I think you already did this, right? So for your model for 3-1, I guess. So here, if you go to if you have a library, and then if you click the entity pictures, and you can see this kind of window. Okay, and here's the list of the pictures you have. And let's say you have a library. So this is, in this case, book library. PLB function, PLB extension is a library. So we have a library, and if you want it, you can add this image to the current library. Okay, or current resource. Okay, by clicking this arrow button. If you click this, and then you can send this one to the library. Okay. And if you double click the image, and definitely a certain image, and you can actually edit you can edit the image, right? Resource is the same thing. If you want to change the picture of the resource, and then as you know, we usually have 4 different entity states, right? And then for each state, you can actually, if you click the one state like idle, then if you click the one of the image in the library, and if you click this arrow button, you can change the image for a certain state. Okay, so it's not really hard. Of course, before you do that, you have to select the identifier resource name first, right? And adding variables and plot. Okay, so you can create, if you click this button, and then you can actually display the value of variables in animation in Arena. So that's what you call the variable animation. Okay, and if you click this button, plot button, from the animate toolbar, and definitely you can have this window, right? Last time we already developed this window. So in the expression, if you use NQ or RQ or this kind of built-in function, and you can actually develop the chart, okay? Dynamic chart, dynamic plot. And let's talk about the entity transfer. So Arena also actually has a transport panel actually for to illustrate the transportation activity in real system. Okay, so in order to do that, you can actually utilize the modules in the transport panel. So the color with the pink and module with the pink color are the modules in the transport panel. Okay. So let's look at the station module in the transport panel. So station actually is used to assign the location of an entity, and because in the simulation model there is no specific location information for each entity. So in other words, if you don't use this station module, entity doesn't recognize each location. So it doesn't matter whether you have a station module or not in your model. However, if you want to visualize a transfer moving activity or moving activity from certain point to the another point, and definitely you need to have a location information of each entity, right? So in that case, you have to have a station module. Okay, so once you have a station, so station module is the shape is like this. So once you have the station module, and you can actually drag this and this module to the model window, so that you can actually specify the name and the property of the station and so on. Okay, so there is a name and the station name. Okay, and once you have a station, and definitely the arena entity in the arena can recognize each location. So definitely you have to have two stations, right, for your entity, right? Beginning point and then starting point and ending point, or origin and destination. Okay, something like that. Right, so once you have the station modules, and then definitely you can add the route module right next to the station. It doesn't have to be really next to station, but anyway, after that, you can have a route module to send the entity from a certain point A to the point B. Yes, so route module is used to send an entity from one station to another station without a direct connection. So far we use a connect, right? We have to make a connection between the modules. But if you use a route module, and you don't have to draw the connection. So that's why if I go back, and these two modules are route, and then these four are stations. Okay, so in order to send the part from this part A arrival station to the part prep A arrival station, and you can use a route module, and as you can see, you don't have any connection, so you can move this module to the another location, right, in the arena. Doesn't matter. So this route module can directly send the entity at this station to this another destination. Okay, anyway, let me go back to the route module. And so in order to do that, you have to specify the route time, which means travel time between stations. So route time, for example, is 2 minutes in this example. And then there are no additional delay due to the physical constraint. So you don't have to worry about it. I mean, it's not really appropriate to illustrate time delay caused by the traffic congestion, right? So if you look at the roadway, and then there should be the resource of the roadway is road capacity, right? So you cannot put the infinite number of cars on the roadway. However, in this module, it doesn't consider the physical constraint. So you can if you use this module, you can send an unlimited number of entities at the same time, if it's possible. Okay, so there is no physical constraint in this module. And anyway, so last parameter is the destination. So you need to specify the destination of the travel, right? So in this route module, you have to specify the destination and its travel time. Yes, that's it. All right. So once you have a station and route, and you can also visualize this movement of travel from the one station to the another station. Okay. So in order to do that, you can add an animation for station route. Okay. Sorry. So yeah. So station button is like this. So if you go to the animation toolbar or animate, if you cannot see this tool, and then please click the animate transfer toolbar. Okay, so that you can see this tool. Okay, so if you if you put this one on your animation window or on your arena window, and then you can see that this kind of options. So identifier, we need to specify the identifier, which means name of the station. Okay. And then once you have the graphic of the station, and you need to have the route, right? Click route button to connect the different station animation. Okay. So if you connect the route, and you can automatically see that this kind of starting point and destination. Okay, which is very easy. So if I go back to the arena model, and then so now I have a simple station. So I have 4 stations, and then 2 route. Once again, after the assign module, and I have a station, right? Part A level station here, and you can just use the same name as a station name. And then also I have put the route, right? So travel time is 2 minutes, and then prep A level station will be the destination of this travel. So this one is a destination, and this station name should be same as this name. Okay, actually you can actually select the one of the station here from the list once you have the stations. Okay, that's why when you develop the model, it's better to put the stations first and then create the route, so that you can just choose one of the station over here. All right, so as I mentioned before, location can vary. Okay, you can just put the location over here or there, doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be right next to the station. Location of this station doesn't have to be right next to this route module. Okay, anyway, it will send the entity to the route, okay, to the destination, which is this station. And once you have these modules, and definitely you can put the animation, right? So here, if you go to the, in my case, I don't have toolbar, so let me just click the tool, so make a right button, and then so here is the animate transfer, right? So click the animate transfer so that you can see the toolbar for station as well as the route. So station and route, right? So if you put the station, so let me put station over here. So and then if you double click it, you can specify the name of the station. So let's say part B or level station. Okay, and then another station will be part B or level station. So prep B, prep A, prep B or level station. And this is a part B or level station, prep B or level station. And then in order to animate this, actually you need to connect these 2 stations using route animate tool. Okay, and you can change the shape if you want it. Like this. And if you run the simulation model, and basically you can show you this kind of movement. So this is a part A, right, following this road. And there will be another movement from this station to this station. Right, so that's how you visualize the animation model. And then yes, The reason why we cannot see this actually because we only have this animation. Actually, there are identical animates, so that's why it uses a previous animation. But if you change the name of this as A, part A, library station, and part prep A, library station, then we can see the two different animation. Okay, red ball is a part A, right? And then blue ball is a part B, I guess. So red ball, yes, you can see this kind of animation. So when you develop the simulation model, yes, better to put this travel under the given like a physical layout of the facility. Yes, so that you can have a realistic animation in future.